Welcome to this morning's class. We'll have a nice flow starting off seated on the floor. If you can, we will come into a child's position with the knees together and the mat, the whole mat in front of you. We sit back onto the buttocks and then reach our hands down to the floor, chest on the thighs. Forehead can be on the floor, and if not, you can stack the hands to rest them with the forehead on top. Alternatively, you can slide the arms and hands beside the feet with the palms face up. And we'll take a few moments here to tune into the natural ebb and flow of our breath this morning. Feeling the breath rise and expand the belly as you inhale. And as you exhale, the belly contracts, drawing back towards the spine naturally, shifting away from the thighs. Just bringing the simple awareness to the breath. And this is also an opportunity to check in with how we are feeling right now. Noticing any resistance, whether it be mental, physical, or of some other kind. And without judgment or trying to change any sensations or feelings that are flowing through us, we can use the breath as the vehicle to carry us through these strong emotions or urges. The breath can carry us through that resistance, through simply being aware of it. We'll now come into the practice of Yoga Mudra. So ladies, yoginis, reach your left hand behind the back and then clasp the wrist with the right hand. Yogis, the men, you can extend the right arm behind the back and clasp the wrist with the left hand. To balance the feminine and masculine energies, take an inhalation and exhalation here. And then on your next inhalation, press down through the shins, draw navel to spine as you lift the chest and crown up straight to come to sitting on the heels. And then as you exhale, draw navel to spine again to control the movement as you bow the head forward, bringing chest to thighs. Inhale, rising up, lifting the head as you draw navel in, creating length through the crown and light. Exhale as you bow forward, surrendering to the breath. Beautiful. Inhale. Lengthen, feel light. Exhale, surrender to the breath. Keep going, flowing with the natural state of your breath. Inhaling to lift and exhaling to bow. 3 more mindful movements with eyes open or closed. Last one. Inhaling up. And we'll stay here. Exhale, release the hands either side of you on the floor. And then we'll come to sitting wide-legged on the buttocks, stretching the legs as wide as comfortable. We want to sit with ease. So if you do feel a bit of tension in the back of the legs, a gentle bend in the knee is fine. Pull the flesh back away from the sit bones so that they can move directly into the floor. And then interlace the fingers together, arms straight in front of you. Take an inhalation and rise the arms up overhead. Lengthen through both sides of your torso. Exhale, lower forward, bending from the hips. We reach the arms out and then sweep them over to the right. Lean back and sweep the arms to the left. In Chalanasana, we lean forward over the left foot and sweep the arms around. Churning of the mill. Find your flow. And we find our breath. As we inhale, lean back. As we exhale, move forward and around. Inhaling, lean. Exhaling, bend forward. We'll do 5 more in this direction. Keep the movement fluid, flowing. Next time you come forward, change direction, moving to the left. Remember the breath. Inhale as you go back. Exhale forward. Inhale back and exhaling forward. 5 more. Really reaching out beyond the toes. Even if you're not going that far, just visualizing this can help the process. Last one. And then pause in the center. And then we inhale to rise the arms up. And then exhale to lower the hands either side. Keep the legs wide and we come into a flow. Lift the arms up overhead, creating length through both sides of the torso. Sweep the right hand down towards the left thigh and bending the elbow, nestle it in towards the right. Side bend, reaching over through the left fingertips. Stay elevated through the sternum and lift the chin. Feel light through the ribs, lifting up, shining the heart towards the sky. Keep both hips grounded firmly into the floor. Take one more breath here. And on your next inhalation, rise back up straight, reaching both arms overhead. And we go to the left. Reach the left arm towards the right. Bent elbow nestles into the thigh. Reach the top arm over the head. Lift through the sternum and chin. Light through the side body. Take one more full and deep breath. On your next inhalation, rising back up straight, reaching both arms overhead. And then folding from the hips, pour the chest forward towards the floor. You might not go far here, that's okay. Just our aim here is to move the chest towards the floor. Keep the feet flexed. And then one more full breath before we rise back up, reaching the arms. That's one full round. Now we'll flow through again with the breath. Lower the hands either side of the body before we begin. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, rise the arms up overhead. Reach. Exhale, side bend to the right, tucking the elbow and fingers lifting through the heart. Inhaling, reaching back upright. Exhale to the left, keep both sit bones grounded. Inhale, back upright. Exhale, fold forward, long through each side of the torso as we bow our head and chest. Inhale to reach up, lengthen, look up, and then exhale to lower the hands. Beautiful. Inhale, reach. Exhale, right. Light through the side. Inhale to lift. Exhale, left. Light through the side again. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Beautiful. Keep flowing. Inhaling up. Exhale, bend right. Inhaling up. Exhale, lift. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Inhale up. Exhale, lower. Beautiful. 2 more rounds at your own pace. Flow with your breath. Allowing the resistance or whatever it is to melt as you breathe completely. Breathing fully and completely deep into the abdomen. We'll take a third and final round and hold in each position. Inhale, rise up, lengthen. Take 2 complete rounds of breath here. Deep into the abdomen. Lift. And then we bend to the right. Nestle in, find your breath. Allow it to carry you through the resistance. 2 complete breaths. On your next inhalation, rise. Exhale to the left. 2 more complete breaths. Inhale to rise, and then we exhale to fold forward. We're here for 5 breaths. Soften into the breath. Final breath. Lifting and reaching back up, arms overhead, and then exhale to lower. Well done. Bring the feet and legs back together, lean back on the hands, and then lift through the heart to create space and opening. You can rock from side to side to release through the hips, through the sides of the body. You might hear the spine click. Let it all relax. Well done. Then we come forward onto hands and knees now. And the knees to lower down onto the floor, coming to lie prone on our belly. Hands at either side of the upper chest with the elbows bent. Forehead is on the floor. Toes are untucked, pressing down into the tops of the toes as we move into a cobra flow. Take a breath in and out and make sure that your fingertips are spread wide apart. On your next inhalation, float the head off the floor, lifting the chin slightly. Big bend in the elbows, our first cobra. Press down through the tops of the feet. And as you exhale, lower the chin and forehead down towards the floor. Reposition the feet if you need to. Wider than hip distance will allow the lower back to feel more relief if you have some tension in the lower back or pelvis. Take a breath in and out. This time as we inhale, we go a little bit higher, lifting the head and chest. Try to bring a little bit more lift, pushing into the hands, pushing into the feet, and then we lower down the chest and forehead, come back to the floor. We keep flowing. Press down through the hands as you lift the head, lift the chest, press down through the pubic bone and the feet. We lower back down slowly on an exhalation, flowing with our breath. Keep going, finding the range of your flexibility this morning. Increasing the range with each inhalation as we rise. Keep the shoulders relaxed away from the ears. And all of the points which are in contact with the floor, use them to stabilize, like a board to spring off. And then the upper parts of the body that lift feel light and open. We'll go for 3 more rounds. 3 more cycles of breath, rather. Coming up to your full extension on the final round. This might be with elbows completely straight or just a slight micro bend. We're going to pause here. Smile your collarbones up towards the sky. Lift the gaze to the eyebrow center. Feel the hands pushing into the floor, as is the pubic bone and the tops of the feet and toes. Relax through the lower back and the buttocks and feel that beautiful compression of the lower parts of the spine, lumbar and sacral. Keep trying to lift up through the heart, creating that spaciousness through the chest. We're here for 3 more full breaths. On your next exhalation, start to lower the belly, the chest, the forehead back to the floor. Release the arms down by the sides. We rest here. Now, if it does not suit your head and face to rest with the forehead face down, turn the head to one side. Stay here for 3 breaths and then turn to the opposite side. Changing sides if your head is turned now. And then turn the head back to center if it was turned. And bring the hands onto the floor beside the upper chest. We're going to press up now, coming into our Sumeru-asana. So from hands and knees, we reach the fingertips forward in front of the shoulders. The pinky fingers touch the edges of the mat, and we spread the fingertips wide apart Pressing down through the base of the thumb and index finger, creating a plunger-like motion, sucking the palm off the floor, but keeping grounded down through the base of the fingers. Knees are hip distance apart. Tuck the toes. Draw the navel to the spine, and then start to float the knees off the floor as you rise your sit bones high to the ceiling, and then shifting the weight back. Slide the shoulder blades down the spine and feel the whole back body open as the heels sink towards the floor. They might not touch, that's okay. A slight bend in the knee can relieve any tension that you may feel here. And again, we use the breath to carry us through resistance of any kind. We're only here for another couple of breaths, so make them beautiful and full. On your next inhalation, reach the right leg back, bringing the toes in line with the sit bones or hips. Then look forward between the hands. And we bend the knee and reach it to the outside of the right elbow, weight shifting forward, shoulders over wrists. Shift the weight back and then reach the toe back up in line with the sit bone. And then we shift the weight forward, shoulders over wrists, knee comes to the outside of the elbow, reaching for the right wrist. Draw navel to spine. Inhale this time as you reach the leg back in line with the sit bone, long through the neck. Exhale, shift your weight forward, reaching knee to wrist, outside elbow. Inhale, reach and lengthen. Exhale, shift forward and crunch. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, strength here. Two more. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, strength. Final one. This time we take one, shifting the weight back and bring the foot forward in between the hands. Make sure the heel arrives below the knee and the back foot toes are tucked. Leg is straight. Cupcake the fingertips on the floor. And on your next inhalation, reach the arms forward and up overhead, coming into crescent moon. We now plant the back foot, bringing the toes in line with the long edge of the mat and open the hips to the long edge as well. So we reach the arms out to the sides in warrior two. Sinking into the front heel, the knee is over the heel. Arms are in line. And then we shift our weight back. The arm slides down the back leg and flip the front palm, float it back over the head. And then shift your weight forward, bring the front elbow to the knee. Sink the hips down as you reach the back arm up, in line with the shoulder, or option to send it over towards the ear. Pause here. We then lower the hands either side of the front foot. Walk the right hand slightly in front of the right foot. Tuck the back toes. Shift your weight forward into the front foot and lift off through the back leg. Flex the foot. The slight micro bend in the front knee. We lift the left hand off the floor, bringing it onto the hip as our first option, opening the heart towards the long edge of the mat. And then extend the left arm up, bringing it in line with the shoulders. Feel an opening through the whole chest and torso. On your next exhalation, lower the hands down to the floor. Lower the back foot. Knee comes down to the floor. Now, wide stance. Reaching out to the sides and up with the hands, bringing palms together overhead. Draw them down through the midline, in front of the heart, elbows to the sides. Twist to the right, bringing the left elbow to the outside of the knee. and push into the hands as you look behind for a twist. And then we look back forward, release the hands either side of the front foot and plant them to step back into Asana. Well done. We'll take a few breaths here to rest. If you need to, you can lower the knees to the floor. We'll be here for just a moment. Take a final breath here before we move to the left side. On your next inhalation, sweep the left leg behind you, bringing toe in line with hip. And then we reach it forward, shift weight over the hands, touching the knee to the outside of the elbow towards the left wrist. Reach the leg back, toes point in line with the sit bones. Bend the knee, reach it forward towards the wrist, draw navel to spine. We do 3 more. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, feel strength. We take 1 more to lengthen the leg back. And then we bring the knee forward towards the forehead before we plant the foot on the floor below the knee. Cupcake the fingertips, back toes are tucked to rise the arms up into a high lunge, crescent moon. Plant the back heel to the floor as you open the toes to long edge of mat. Extend the arms out to the sides, warrior 2. Bend through the knee and sink the hips to the floor. Flip the front palm as you reach back, sliding the hand down the leg, reverse warrior. Shift your weight forward. Bring elbow to knee, reach arm overhead and feel the opening through the hip. Then we lower the hands to the floor, either side of the front foot. Tuck the back toe. Left hand in front towards the corner of the mat. Lift off through the back leg, flexing the foot and opening the toes towards the long edge. Bring the right hand to the hip. Find a drishti point to look at, something still on the floor. And then reach the top arm up in line with the shoulder, expanding through the whole torso. Standing star. Lower the hand, either side, front foot. Step the foot down, lowering the knee. We reach the arms to the sides and up. Lengthen. Bring palms together, draw them down through the heart. Twist to the left, hooking the right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Push the palms together and look over the left shoulder as you sink into the front hip. We reach forward, bringing the hands either side of the foot once again. Plant the hands and step back. Asana. Beautiful, well done. We'll come through another round of this with the breath. Take an inhalation and exhalation to prepare. Inhale, rise the right leg behind you in line with the sit bone. Look forward as you shift your weight. Exhale, bring elbow to knee. Inhale, lengthen behind. Exhale, look forward, knee to elbow. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale. Inhale, this time we swing the foot through, bringing knee towards forehead, landing it on the floor. We inhale to rise, reach arms up. Exhale to open, planting the back foot, warrior 2. Inhale, slide into reverse warrior. Exhale to lean forward, side angle. Inhale to plant, hands either side. Exhale to lift the foot. Flex, inhale to reach the arm up. Exhale to plant the foot and knee. Inhale to rise the arms. Exhale to twist to the right. Pause here for an inhalation and exhale. Inhale, bring hands back down to the floor. Exhale, step back, Sumiradasana. Beautiful, left side. Inhale, rise the foot back. Exhale, shift your weight forward. Knee to elbow. Inhale, lift. Exhale, knee to elbow. The last one. Inhale to lift. Exhale, knee to forehead. Bring the heel to the floor. Inhale to rise, crescent lunge. Exhale to open, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, lower the hands. Exhale, we lift off. Inhale, reach the arm up, expand. Exhale to lower. Inhale, reach the arms to the sides and up. Exhale to twist. Stay here for a full cycle of breath. And then inhale, hands back to the floor. And exhale, step back. We'll do one more round, flow at your own pace with your breath as I guided you, or at your own pace. Do what is going to carry you through and keep the breath flowing and soft. Begin on the inhalation with the right leg. You're doing really well. Keep flowing with that breath. Well done. When you've completed your round, lower the knees down to the floor, lower chest and chin, and then come to lying on the back to rest here. We'll rest here for 7 breaths. Enjoy the beating of your heart and flow of blood and energy around your body. Excuse me. All right, for our next posture, we are coming into Sarvangasana, or the option for a half shoulder stand as well. And this is a great one to get all of those, the liquid or the fluid out of the feet and bring it back down towards the heart. So bending the knees, and then bring the feet over the head, using the momentum you need, and bring the hands to rest on the lower back with the elbows squeezing together. The hands can be fingers pointing towards the ceiling and thumbs are hooked around the sides of the hips. And then start to straighten the legs, bringing the toes up towards the ceiling. They should arrive in line with the forehead. This is your half shoulder stand. Find a position where you can just rest the weight into the hands so that the elbows and hands are like a shelf for the hips. And then feel light through the feet, lifting up. If you'd like to stay here, this one is great, but if you'd like to take it further, start lifting the feet higher towards the ceiling as you walk the hands up the back towards the shoulder blades, pushing the back towards the chest, and then the chest towards the chin. Toes arrive over the sit bones or the hips, pushing forward through the hips to create some length. We lift up through the toes. Keep the chin towards the chest. Wherever you are, do not move the head in this position because we need to protect the neck, which is very delicate. A gentle squeeze to the buttocks and see if this helps you to hold the position. Experiment with tightening different parts of the body, feeling light and lifting through the toes all the while. Finding that place of ease where you can breathe. We'll be here for 7 more breaths, breathing in and out of the pit of your throat. Remember, the breath can carry you through the resistance. Final breaths. And on your next exhalation, use it to slowly lower the knees towards the head. Release the arms onto the floor. And you're going to move really slowly using the hands like a lever, drawing navel to spine. Start to lower vertebra by vertebra down onto the floor. Bring some straightness into the legs as the buttocks touch down. We start to lower the legs. If you need to bend them again for the lower back, that's okay. We want to move really slowly, drawing the lower back into the floor. We work through the core. Strength through the legs to lower slowly. Beautiful, well done. Relax here for a few moments. In Shavasana with the palms turned upward, toes rolling outward. Well done. We'll now come into reclining pigeon. So we bend both knees and bring them onto the floor. We'll stretch into the outside, the outer part of the hip, which is a really nice one after all of our warriors. Lift the left foot off the floor and bring the ankle onto the right thigh. The foot is flexed. And gently with the left hand, push the left knee away so that it feels like it is square to the hips. Beautiful. So this is the first stage. You can intensify this posture by reaching the hand through the loop in the legs or the hole and lifting the right knee off the floor to interlace the fingers behind the thigh, all the while keeping the left foot flexed to protect the ankle and knee. Draw the right knee towards the chest and feel beautiful opening through the outside of the left hip. Close the eyes and connect with that smooth and graceful breath. We'll take 7 more breaths here, sending the breath into the sensation. Final breath before you lower the foot back down to the floor and crossing the legs. Actually, we'll cross the legs here. So cross the left knee over the right with the hips in the center of the mat. Reach the arms out to the sides and walk that right foot over a little bit more before you lower the left knee towards the floor. So both knees are rolling over and we come into a nice twist, which will be largely accentuated in the lower back. Position yourself so that you can breathe into this area of sensation. The head can remain neutral or turned in the opposite direction to increase your twist. And settle your awareness on the eyebrow center, wherever you are. Five more breaths at the eyebrow center. Last breath. And then as you inhale, bring the bottom foot back onto the floor, slide the hips back so that they're straight once again. Now we uncross the knees, bringing the heels underneath each knee in line with the hips. Lower the hands back beside the body and then pick the right foot off the floor, bringing the ankle onto the left thigh with the foot flexed. Use the right hand to gently push the right knee away from the body and feel a nice opening through the right hip. Stay here or reach the hand through the legs to hold either on the shin or behind the thigh. Keep flexing through that foot and pushing that right knee away from the body to create opening. Soften through the jaw and close down the eyes. Become aware of your breath. And now send your breath to wherever it is that you're feeling a sensation. 7 more breaths into the sensation. Final breath. And then we lower the left foot down onto the floor, cross the right knee over the left, reach the arms out to the sides and shift that left foot back towards the right so that the knees can gently roll over to the left, creating a lovely twist in the spine. Keep the spine and the head neutral, or lift the head off the floor and turn it in the opposite direction. Shift your awareness to the space between the eyebrows, known as Brahmadya. And settle the breath here for 5 more breaths. Final breath. And then we lift the head and turn it back to center. Bring the foot back onto the floor, realigning the hips so that the spine is once again straight and uncrossing the legs. Relax the legs down onto the floor, coming into Shavasana. We'll have a nice relaxation here. So make sure you're comfortable. Take a sip of water if you need to. The body temperature does drop, so you can bring a blanket over you, socks, whatever you need to be really warm. But in saying that, we don't want to be too warm. The point of a guided relaxation is to rest the body with complete awareness rather than to fall asleep. So the feet are wide apart, the toes rolling out to the sides. Lift the lower back and the buttocks off the floor. And tuck the tailbone under to create length in the spine. Lower them back to the floor and allow the natural curve to come into the lower back. Hands are off the sides of the body with the palms face upward, thumb and index finger together if comfortable. Soften through the elbows and shoulders, bringing them away from the ears. Lengthen the neck. Reaching out through the crown. Feel the back of the body and all the points which make contact with the floor. From the heels to the buttocks, shoulder blades, backs of the hands, backs of the head. Feel that underside of the body or the back side sinking downward into the floor. And then the top side of the body, feel a sense of light and openness, perfectly balancing yourself between the back and the front of the body. Supported by the floor, the earth beneath you. Take 3 breaths in through the nose and letting a sigh out of the mouth to surrender into this position.
bringing your awareness to the outside sounds around you. Push your awareness far, far from the room, and without identifying the source of the sound, just notice it, and then move on to the next sound that you can hear, like a radar. Keep on reaching, pushing your awareness further and further out. And then slowly draw your awareness back towards the building. Listen for the sounds around the building, just outside and around the building. Listen for the sounds outside of the door. And now coming inside the room, listening for the sounds all around you in your room. Listen for the sounds next to you on the mat. The sound inside of your body. The sound of your breath. Easing into that natural flow, the natural beauty of your breath. Feel the natural ebb and flow of the breath. As you inhale, it rises the abdomen to expand it to cosmic proportions. And as you exhale, it softens the belly, extinguishing any air out of the body. Inhale, ebb and flow through the belly. Exhale, soften. Continue with your awareness on the belly breath. Completely surrender into the belly's breath. We'll add a mantra to the breath. Inhale to the belly, mentally repeat the mantra, hum. And as you exhale from the belly, mentally repeat, sa. Inhale to the sound of hum. Exhale to the sound of sa. Hum. Sa. Beautiful. Continue with mantra and breath. mantra and breath. Mantra with breath. Now letting go of this, shift your awareness to the space behind the forehead, the infinite and boundless space of Chittakash. Position yourself at the back of your head and gaze forward at the black screen before you. This black screen extends all around you in all directions, 360 degrees around your whole head. Gaze fondly into this dark and friendly space, allowing the mind to manifest in any way that it needs to, without judgment or attachment. Allow these manifestations to flow through and then return your awareness to this dark, infinite space. Chittakash. Now letting go of this, deepen the breath into the base of the abdomen, once again expanding that space to fullness and wholeness. Bring movement into the fingers and toes, giving them a gentle wriggle, bringing a smile onto your lips, feeling rested and relaxed for your day ahead. Roll onto your left side, and very slowly, with the eyes closed, come up to sitting. We'll finish our class with a single Om all together. Bring the hands to the sides on the floor, and then we sweep them overhead. So we inhale, create length. Exhale, bring the hands together in front of the heart, nestling the base of the thumbs and the palms into the center of your chest. Take an inhalation all together here.
Hari Om Tat Sat. Thank you for your practice. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.